guys, my name is Abdullahi. I want you to be watching NAS TV Africa. They are giving premium content.
Shout out to NAS TV Africa.
NAS TV Africa.
And you're watching NAS TV Africa.
Hello viewers, and welcome to NAS TV Africa, where we manifest Africa's greatness. I want to welcome you to another episode of National Discourse, and today we will dive into education factor. And my co-host here with me in the studio this morning is
Trust Sakai.
Okay, and with us today in the studio we have a big elephant, and it is Trust.
It's a pleasure.
A big privilege to have him with us this morning. Professor Baba Abdullahi Alafara. He happens to be the Dean of the Faculty of Physical Sciences at the University of Unilorin, Nigeria. Trust. Okay. And he's also the current National President for Material Science and Technology Society of Nigeria. Also, Trust.
We have a distinguished guest.
He's also a professor. A professor of analytical, industrial, and material chemistry.
Wow.
Trust. Trust. You have a big person.
I said I don't want it now.
Yeah, I thought you were asked to do it. How are you going to do that?
Please.
Nigeria is at 64 today. Wait, 64? Trust. That means Nigeria is older than you. Wow.
Older than my father.
So you're Nigeria, you're not even age mate.
I'm not age mate. Obviously.
64. Wait. Wow.
Nigeria has
Don't
come a
worry.
very long way.
Okay, good morning, sir. And it is a pleasure to have you here in the studio with us this morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning, sister. And then good morning to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, so Nigeria is at 64 today, sir. So please, what can you say about the educational sector in Nigeria since the past 64 years, how it was before and how it is now?
Thank you very much. Just like maybe the introduction that you are saying, that Nigeria is somehow older than you.
Yes, is older than her.
Nigeria is also older than me too.
Wow.
So, but nevertheless, what we met, what we are meeting now, and we are praying that what next
it's going to be better than the current. Amen.
Apparently, in terms of the education sector in Nigeria,
okay, sir.
Maybe with respect to my own
your own field,
my own field,
your exposure,
my own exposure, what I've met, even starting from my primary school days in 1976 till date.
1976.
I started my primary education at Alafara Local School Management Board. We call it LSMB during days. So from 1976 to 1982. Then Mount Carmel College from 1982 to 1987. Thereafter, Kwara State College of Education in Unilorin from 1987-88 to 1991. Then my university education started as a direct entry student from 1991-92 academic session to 1995. Everything University of Unilorin.
Wow.
MSc 1998 to 2002 before my PhD from 2002, 2003 to 2008 that I finally got the Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry from 2008.
This is huge.
And, from all these crossover, I can see relatively the education system can be described as what more or less in terms of putting hope to say, okay, after this is what I would like to be. But for now, many people, in fact lots, over 80% of everybody schooling now, even some people are even saying they are schooling, they do not even know, okay, let us just continue, maybe God can perform miracle, God can do this, God can do that. Many people even you are going to see that a lot of people after their even primary, secondary education,
They drop out.
they maybe drop out, more or less, they pick up the entrepreneurship as their main. So nevertheless, we are going to see a holder of OND, by the time he met his or her friend from maybe having people, he even discouraged, what are you doing with your the master? This is too somehow, what are you gaining at? Maybe how much is your salary? Not to even talk of you are a PhD holder, and you, even in terms of academics, you rose through to the rank to become a professor, to become director. In fact, becoming professor now, that's another story. Though you didn't ask me all this. Everything based on my own experience is what I'm doing now.
Okay.
You can see as a professor, I may not be able to even say this is what I'm earning. And even a lot of my students that are maybe passed through me, that are now maybe assisting very, very well in US, UK. In fact, maybe their own salary can pay close to 10
times what you are earning.
And then if you look at the certificates, they are about to possibly even conclude their MSc program there. So if I did not be able to maybe say that this is the current situation in Nigeria, so you can as well, you too should be able to judge what is going to be the position, the state of the education in Nigeria. And in the olden day, even when you are in secondary education, if you win a particular scholarship of even 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, that one can take care of maybe what you need to procure book, to procure even your own subsistence in terms of that. Gone are those days.
Okay, sorry to cut you short. Are you saying that education in those days is better than education now?
To me, with the, I think, to the best of our own knowledge, that seems to be better.
So what about the technology aspect?
We have in terms of technological development now, but in terms of technology, we have technological advancement than the olden days. But apparently, even despite our technological advancements, emphasis are presently placed on theoretical rather than the practical.
Yes, that's very true.
And again, if at all you have something to showcase in Nigeria, even the relevant stakeholders did not even maybe give you that particular support in terms of valuing the indigenous brain. Because, for example, now at University of Unilorin, even at various Nigerian universities, we have many brains that can shake the world. We have a lot of researches that what is just needed for us to be promoted is to scale up that particular idea.
Okay, sir. So are you saying because of the current economic and the educational situation in Nigeria is what baits this JAPA symposium, of which every youth, like, let me say half of Nigerians
basically JAPA
want to JAPA.
Because to me, everything may be centered around what I can describe as a education curriculum, which apparently we need to have it as what ways by which such curriculum could be better reviewed. And when that is done, I think there is no how that will not address something in form of problem solving, such as even critical thinking, as well as maybe having it in terms of creativity, so that if at all you want to integrate entrepreneurship to be able to add value to whatever skill that you're having, that is going to be a way. And at the same time, again, we also need to focus more on what I can call STEM education. What do you understand by this STEM education? That has to do with maybe science, technology, engineering, and mathematics combined together. And apart from that, there is the need for us to possibly change our learning or teaching method to be able to address what has went wrong previously with what we are having now. A lot of emphasis, just like I've just said, is that more emphasis are placed on theory than practical. And nowadays, if at all, whatever research one is doing, it must be a research that must have maybe industrial or value addition to the system, and that is presently lacking in Nigeria. And yeah.
Okay, sir, Nigeria is at 64. With all these things that you've mentioned about that, this is not how they used to be in the past, but now it has gone beyond what you could imagine as well. So what advice do you have for the Nigerian government in order to, it's just for the betterment of the education sector in Nigeria, so that this dark part of a thing is going to like reduce, we would also value what we have in our nation rather than going after what's so yes.
I think the first thing, maybe based on my advice, is that just like what I've just said, there is the emergency need, maybe to declare the state of emergency on our education curriculum to be well reformed. And I think at present, the federal government of Nigeria, maybe in about a year or so, maybe are thinking of maybe how the curriculum is somehow going to be reviewed. There's maybe a particular thing that is ongoing now in the education sector, that is on the CC Maths instead of B Maths curriculum that you are using. So that is not what I need to say because it's still under review. So I may not be able to give full detail on that. But irrespective of that, whatever changes that we want that to occur, I think we need to first of all start from who are those responsible to pass this instruction so that for us to be able to have results. Who are those? They are teachers. Apparently, there is a need for us to have a continuous teachers training and development that is going to center on that is going to focus entirely on what I can call practical teaching methods above theory. I think in the early day we normally say, okay, practical hours will be this, theoretical hours will be that. I think there's a need for us to have that change of idea. And then another thing is also in the area of maybe industry exposure. By that industry exposure, teachers' internship in industry is also a call for emergency case. And then even generally, and I want to use this opportunity, not that well, whether we like it or not, I need to clap for our university for what they are doing, that they are doing well. Because there is a center in the Central Research Lab. In fact, I want to tell you that I was formerly acting and deputy director of Central Research Laboratory between 2014 to 2017. And during that period, establishment of a particular unit inside that laboratory that is called laptop, that is laboratory to product. What is meant by this? That any form of research that you are doing inside the laboratory, that you have a breakthrough, show that breakthrough to the world. The university have that unit so that it's going to be an intermediary between the industry and academia. That okay, if an industry have a particular problem and you already have maybe a prototype of what you can use to solve that problem, then it is that particular unit that is responsible. So if this can be well populated across the university, I think if, and at the same time, there's another thing, is for you to have a particular genuine research that can solve a particular problem, is for also a government to be able to buy your idea. I think they need to value the indigenous, respect the indigenous brain before you go over abroad to inviting people to come and solve what an indigenous scientist can solve internally.
So
and that also drains more in terms of forest training too.
So can you just briefly advise students and lecturers out there, teachers?
In terms of what? Well, I think for now, in terms of teacher, well, even starting from myself, training and retraining should be our priority. Though training, I want to equally advise that the university authority should also continue to put priority to any form of idea, any form of training that is going to somehow assist the students to be able to project further the image of the university to be able to foster ahead. And I want to tell you that even part of the training, because if you are a professor, you still need to go and learn more. New invention, new advances in your teaching and research methodology. And by God's grace, early toward the tail end of this week, I'll be attending an international conference, otherwise known as Material Science and Technology 2024 at Pittsburgh, specifically at the Unilorin Convention Center in Pittsburgh, USA. The conference is holding between 6th to 9th of October. So I'll be delivering a paper on emerging solution to an indigenous power sector using bottlite ore for nuclear fuel cycle application. And bottlite ore is more or less like nuclear, one of the uranium ore. You know, when you have the concept of uranium, it's I hope it's not going to be an idea that is going to be an explosive idea in terms of having atomic bomb. So, bottlite ore is an example of uranium ore that, if when controlled, even in terms of making uranium as a chemist, when you have that reaction under control, so you can be having it to harness nuclear power sector.
All right,
thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay. To the Nigerian government, I am sure, and to the students out there also, not
and
only
lecturers.
and
No
lecturers as well. Yeah, exactly, including the two of us. Yeah, including also. I want to implore everyone to take into consideration, go for if you know you have this talent, you can always, as a student, I'm sure every one of us, we have a favorite lecturer in whatever department that we are. You can always work towards your favorite lecturer. It could be in your department or other faculty. Talk to him or her. Tell them, oh, I used to do this thing. The ones that you've actually practicalized, you can just take it to their offices, like show it to them so that they would see. Exactly. So they would be able to like project you more to the university, and even if it is the polytechnic, tell you, oh, we have a student in our school that does this and all like that. That way, you are taking your university into the limelight, like bringing them into limelight, and yourself also, exactly. Like you have the talent, you're showing yourself to the world what you are capable of doing, like what you do. And Nigeria at 64, God bless Nigeria. Yeah, we'll keep on praying and hoping, just as he said. Okay, God bless Nigeria. More years to come. And thank you very much, sir, for joining us this morning. Thank you so much, Sam. It is a honor to exactly to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir, you're welcome.
So I'm also very happy to be here. Once again, I also enjoy the stakeholder, the government, to please, as I'm hammered that practical should be outweigh theory. So under this, in view of this, I want to advise that the government should do everything that is possible to provide necessary tools for practical training.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And to our viewers, until our next episode, see you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.